Hello, welcome in to Cleo Ra. This is a tarot station for the metaphysical pirates, for the people who have faced Neptune, Pluto, Saturn, essentially the people who are free thinkers, and for the gods and the creators of their own reality. So this is a message for you, okay? There's a message coming through for a warrior who has stood their ground. I'm hearing you've stood the test of time because, wow, the winds that I can feel battering you, representing all the things that have come at you to try and make you move from your sacred podium. And they couldn't do it. I'm getting that you've been through everything. Isolation, ostracism, people thinking you're crazy, not fitting in, being the misfit because you could feel it in your heart that you were following universal law. The people that were thinking you were crazy, they're so far behind you, you know, many of them won't ascend, right? So this is a message for someone who stood their ground amongst a circus, an arena of people who all think they've got the rules right, when in actuality, you're the one, you're the teacher, you're the leader, you're the beacon. You're the one representing universal law. You're the one that was standing your ground. You're the one, 111 just on my clock, you're the one who represents the divine on earth. You see, I'm feeling these blueprints, these light codes, these energies that you hold, they're written into your soul. So for you, it's easy. They're giving me Libra energy. It's easy for you to feel the difference between right and wrong. It's easy for you to hold energy. It's almost like they're showing me a scale in your soul. You can hold energy instantly. The minute you meet people, sometimes ahead of the game of meeting people, you're very shamanic. They're telling me Shaman 2.0, Shaman 2.0. Because you're a warrior, you're getting uplifted, elevated to the new world. Unequivocal. No way. No way. Can you see that? You see that that's the world card, right? Just as I say that. They're showing me you smiling, you giggling, you laughing. Because all the people that told you you were wrong, maybe they ganged up on you. Maybe they plotted on you. They naturally... Oh, it's like the natural scapegoat, isn't it? When you're from the divine realm, you become the highlight, but you're also the natural scapegoat. So Spirit wants you to know, look at you. You're elevated, sat on the top of the building, laughing, chuckling, joyous, jolly, Buddha energy. The laughing Buddha, right? This is about being cheerful. This is about staying up in the 5D, keeping your consciousness tuned to royalty, regality, because you did it. You're guaranteed in the higher world, the new world, when they talk about the world splitting. And you're going to be able to put your feet up, rest and relax. While the people who were mocking you for holding on to your sanctity, for holding on to your sacred virtue, for being able to feel through people's souls, for maybe being the one friend who was like, hang on a minute, it's wrong, that person just lied. But you were the odd one out. Because it's not cool to be good, right? But you could just feel people's souls. You could feel the gremlins that were hiding in social groups. Because it's your job. They're giving me Constantine, Assassin's Creed. You've always stuck to your guns. They're showing me the compass of universal law. You are someone tuned to the divine realm. They want you to write that in the comments. I am tuned to the divine realm. And wow, it's like they're showing me like, it's like a moth to a flame energy. You held the light. So anyone that was lying around you, anyone that was Decepticon, they're giving me, anyone that was a Decepticon, deceitful, shady, playing a role on the cosmic stage, you know, they pick an image and they stick to it. You know how many fake gangsters I've had to be around? You know how many little dweeby, fake ghetto criminals I've had to be around? I feel like you've been around so many fake people too. But I feel like what disappointed you is that the people who were supposed to be normal people, the people who were supposed to care about right or wrong, didn't care. When you pointed out things, they picked the side of the Decepticon over you, which they do in the lower world. They do that in Midgard, in Basicville, in the land of the humanoid. That's what they do. They support the one who's got the social stock market value at the time, but they bet on the wrong one. You know how many of God's divine warriors they turn against? And you know what happens when they turn against you, even though they know you're right? You know what happens when they play it like that? When they hedge their bets with the one that they think has the most social power over the one who's actually in the right, in the eyes of the divine. Wow, they get spanked by Saturn sooner or later. Wow. You've really had it from people who just, it would be one thing for me to say they didn't see the purity of your heart. That would be bad enough. That's bad enough when they don't see how good you are. But you know how much worse it is when they do see how good you are? When they do know you're right? When you've pointed out the fraudsters, and you've pointed out the demons, and you've pointed out the saboteurs? Well, you know what happens to people who pick wrong over right? Because it's more trendy or it's more popular? Wow. They get sabotaged by the very thing they chose. That's what they get sabotaged by. 555 on my clock. You know what? I need to pick another deck because Spirit's telling me go into these energies. I'm saving this neon moon for you. Everything's smoothing out for you. Harmonic 0606 on my clock. You could be visiting a river soon. The Seine, S-E-I-N-E. You could live there. I'm not sure if that's in Germany, but they're giving me Germany too. Okay, show me what's going on down in Midgard. What do you want us to know, Spirit? 5 of Swords. This is what I'm saying. Enough said. The sword through the rose. 3 lies. And I mean, these are skewed lies, curved lies. Someone's been in the middle of so much deception for so long. And these will be people that turned against you. People that knew you were telling the truth. But they chose the lower world and my oh my. What they didn't realize was that you are the invisible judge of their souls. You are the one the divine realm sent to this plane of existence to measure and weigh their souls. So God puts you in positions like the secret millionaire. God wants to know who they truly are before they know who you are. God wants them to think you're a normal human. God wants them to think maybe you were born into a crazy family or whatever the case may be. Whoever you were dealing with, they knew you had a good heart, but they didn't quite believe in God. Now, it's a funny concept. We could talk about God from many different angles of consciousness. They didn't believe in divine power. They didn't believe there were higher beings weighing and measuring their souls, let alone a divine being stood in the same room with them, flesh and bone and, hair and, right in their face or physical. They never could have imagined that you were the one sending the data back to your mothership, to your cluster, to the elders, to the divine ones in the non-physical. You are an automatic capturer of people's energy. Your mind is like a camera. Spirit's giving me Nikon. Is it Nikon? Someone could own a really beautiful, maybe an older camera. Maybe you've been a photographer at some point in your life. And Spirit's telling me if you are, that would be a synchronicity because you capture and measure and weigh people's souls. But I feel like someone has trapped themselves into a lower world scenario. Now, the world only exists within our consciousness. So the world we're in, the higher world or the lower world, is decided by the frequency we choose to be on via our actions. Someone you were dealing with dealt with somebody that they knew was wrong. They chose to side with them. Yeah, Spirit's telling me Animal Farm. They weren't following their divine nature because they hadn't accessed or tuned to their divine nature like you have. You're naturally born divine. Agent, right? They didn't realize you were an agent of the divine, an agent of change and an agent of power. And you've got a first class ticket to the new world. Spirit's saying if anyone's been worried about, have I done enough spiritually? 1% improvement every day. But I mean, at what point do you allow yourself worthiness? At what point do you allow yourself completeness? I feel like someone's allowing themselves completeness now because you're getting this assurance coming in energetically. You just know everything's working out for you. You just know the universe has got your back. You've seen those things happen. People get instant karma when they mess with you. You've seen people crumple and collapse. But I do want to know why Spirit's bringing this up. There could be 3 people involved or 5 people involved. And one at the heart of it Six of Swords. You've been removed from this situation. Gracefully removed, but you've got the divine fire with you. You see that? How your swords are all lined up, pushing you forward in the right direction. And these 5 swords are left behind. Something that made you feel this horrible feeling of rejection or pain. Some automatic feeling in the nervous system like adrenaline. Things we can't avoid when we feel like we've been targeted or scapegoated. It's that animal nature. We've all got it. They tried to make you feel like rejected. I'm getting Carrie. When they threw the pig's blood over her, Stephen King. It's almost like someone did something like that to you and they thought that it was them having a power move on the checkerboard. They didn't realize you fly above the chessboard. You're beyond a master. You're part of the divine team, Team Godhead. I'm hearing try again, motherfucker, bye. Try again. Wrong one. Look, we got the 2 of Swords and the Knight of Coins. What this person never thought would happen would be that their decision to back the wrong one would backfire on them. They never thought that would happen. 4 of Coins. They're being stagnated. I don't know what this is. Maybe it's a project they want to get off the ground. You know, I'm getting this energy of someone who's trying to make it happen. I'm getting the energy of someone who's trying to make something happen here. And make it happen in a big way. But Spirit's like, you weren't tuned to the divine realm when you made that decision to stick with that friend who you thought could benefit you over the person who actually had the sacred energy. Anyway, that's enough about them. They're not going to see it coming. There's something they're putting a lot of energy into. Maybe it's a business. Maybe they're trying to launch themselves somehow. But they haven't got the magic key. They haven't got the sacred heart. Where? Spirit's saying, where? It's going to go down the drain because they haven't got the juju. They're not sat at the top of the world like you with the elevated divine vantage point. Spirit's saying it's better to be a misfit on earth and a hero in the divine realm than to be a fraud on earth, making decisions for all the wrong reasons and still not be a hero anywhere, right? Like, they might have thought you were a misfit, or they might have thought they could single you out or make you feel somehow like a leper, right? Or an alien. Oh, it's horrible. But this is what is giving you your ticket up the elevator. They might have made you feel like you were in the underworld. But guess what? There's an elevator up from the underworld for the graduates, for the initiates, for the adepts, and for the metaphysical pirates who've been soldiers since they were kids. You can't get us. We're too divinely protected. Temperance. There's that angel. All the archangels are on your team. And they're not letting this person have something. They're trying to conjure it up. You know what it's like, guys. We can kind of be half-assed about life, chilling, whatever. But then sometimes we really think, right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to give it my all. And you always think when you give it your all, something's going to happen, right? Cause and effect. Well, for some reason, and the reason is they betrayed you in the eyes of God. Spirit's saying they can't just turn the love on now when it suits them. When they did something that they knew was bad. Yeah, 13:33 on my clock. Moon energy here. Yeah, they didn't know who you were. I have to show you this card. It's just too good. 8 of Wands, you're flying forward to something beautiful. Let's get 3 more. Yeah, 4 of Wands, guaranteed spot in the heavens on earth. You know, whether we are technically on this earth, or should I say tuned into this earth, or whether we're tuned into the backstage, our consciousness is pretty much the same. It doesn't feel that much different having a vessel versus having an etheric body. So whether you are tuned to the Heaven on Earth channel, 1414, guaranteed place in the 4 of Wands Emporium, because your mind got itself there. Everything only happens in the mind. And you have to make the kind decisions. You have to make the right decisions for the right reasons for your consciousness to get up the elevator. It's all mind, right? They thought betraying you, breaking your heart would stop your flow. But of course, they made a mistake. Your chariot is off the sky. Your chariot is of the sky. Your chariot isn't a ground level, rumply-pumply Flintstone mobile. No, Queen of Swords, right? I feel like someone in your life felt like you couldn't handle some sort of cut off or some sort of exclusion or being treated like a misfit or something like that. But we've got the Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Yeah. My, oh my. You see how much energy someone put in to trying to destroy you here with the Seven of Swords, Ten of Swords. They didn't realize that angels back you up. They didn't realize your elixir is heavenly and they're ground level players of the game. The snake eats its tail. These people are getting ate up by their own choices. Nine of Wands here. Good boundaries, good defenses. Rejection is God's protection. All right. But they wanted you to feel excluded. I don't know if this is family. Could well be. Actually, Spirit wants me to get these shaman cards. Let's get some animal cards and we'll see what's going on. Yeah, they're giving me Brandy sitting on top of the world. Okay, that jumped out. The firefly energy could have some significance. Someone could be in the woods. I'm getting the energy of someone living with a porch that goes directly onto woodland. And maybe you've got mosquitoes or gnats or something like that. Wow. See, your lion heart beat the poison. I want to get more cards for this situation, but I don't want to give them undue attention. I might do it. I might continue on at the end and get some details. Because this lion heart of yours, to face in the right direction after something poisonous happened, you've cancelled out their power. They were relying on you falling and not getting back up. But now someone's power has been cancelled out here because you're a true sovereign being. They didn't see it. They didn't recognize it. Your ancestors are laughing. Someone's got a funny auntie, all right, laughing her head off. Shark energy. When they come for the chosen ones, when they come for the metaphysical divinities, Spirit sends the angels, right? Spirit sends the hardest angels. Archangel Michael, angel of spiritual warfare. What happens to a shark when it's taken out of water, right? They weren't used to being in the waters you swim in. So it backfired. Sea serpent energy. Couldn't see your potential because you've got too many multi-dimensional pure consciousnesses available to you. You don't just have one consciousness. You can easily blend between your past lives, your divine mindset, your human mindset. You know, Spirit showed me you've got a more sporty mindset for someone out there. There's multifaceted sides to you that they weren't predicting you had. Yeah, unicorn energy. Flying forward. The warriors in the garden are flying forward now. Okay, tell me more about this. Octopus energy. You untangled yourself perfectly from some sort of mess. I feel like you escaped something quicker than someone expected. We've got the elk and the lamb here. This is crazy. They're kind of showing me a lamb being impaled here. And look at this sword going through here. They didn't understand you're undefeatable. Everything you throw at a chosen one makes us stronger. All the energy you send our way, we turn it into gold bars. Write that in the comments, Cherubima. All the energy that comes our way, we turn it into gold bars. We are the master transmuters of energy. Our consciousness is the strongest consciousness that's ever been on this planet, ever. Buffalo levels. Yeah, I'm hearing Buffalo Soldier, Dreadlock Rasta. So you could be listening to some relaxing music. Yeah, you could be listening. It's Bob Marley, right? You could be listening to that and relaxing yourself because, like I say, the world is ours now. We're too sturdy. We're too solid. I feel like you've cut something off recently. Right, I'm going to go into these energies. What more do we need to know about these energies? Because they're niggling at me here. Judgment is coming for them. Right, that they held the hand. Wow. The ones that held the wrong hands are getting judgment called on them. 1919 on my clock. No truth can be hidden. 2 sun energies. I keep getting double the sun. 2 suns. It's so bizarre. These two, your enemies, the ones who chose to make themselves an enemy of the divine by making themselves an enemy of you, a divine being, they held each other's hands. And Spirit's saying, what happens when you hold someone's hand and they jump off a cliff? Well, you go with them. You stood apart from these people. And that's why you're protected in this rapture energy. You know, the rapture isn't you physically floating off the earth. It's allowing your consciousness to tune itself to a really high frequency, and therefore your mind contains a beautiful reality. That's the rapture. So for my king or queen watching this, you raptured yourself. Yeah, you raptured yourself. Rock star levels. That's who we are. That's what we do. We are a generation of legends, and we're going to keep coming, and we're going to keep getting stronger, and we're so powerfully anchored into the physical that we can just pull in more divine energy. We win, we win, we win, and all we do is win. And that's the truth, Ruth. Ace of Swords to finish up. Warriors, it's getting feisty in here, okay? The time for us to take the long old route, waiting for our time, is over. Fam, is totally over, okay? We've drank all the camel water. We're done with that. Solar plexus, confidence, passion, springtime energy, summertime energy. Your frequency is so high, you can move forward with your plans quicker than any being on the earth. You are the most joyous. You are the most fast moving. That being said, Spirit wants you to chill, knowing that the more chill you are, the more jolly you are, the quicker ahead you move. 2111 on my clock, 2112. Everything's perfect for us because we were free from the beginning. We've always been free, and we will always be divine. I love you guys. Mwah.